So this is the story of how my phone got hacked. And I think it's still hacked considering the fact whenever I look stuff up on a different phone, I come up with different stuff. I recently left my ex in 2021. I considered him to be a narcissist, and the reason why is because he has certain characteristics that define what a narcissist is. I am entitled to have that opinion of him, just as he is entitled to have whatever opinion he has of me. I don't want him in my life. I wish him the best moving forward, and I definitely do hope things work out for him. We dated for almost 10 years. It was 9 years and a couple of months. I went over the post office and all the crazy things that was happening to me while I was there. I thought that once I moved, all of it was going to stop. However, I was completely wrong. Now, I did mention that my ex builds computers. He's hacked into my phone before in the past numerous times, even made a phone call from one of my phones. How he put a tracker on my car for a year just so he could watch where I was going. And he told me it was the safe driver discount, and that is the reason why it was on there in the first place. Little did I know what he was doing. It would even record the speed because he had called me one day and asked me why I was going 70 and a 55. Now, I have talked about how I thought he was a cop, and to this day, I still think he might be. I did ask him, and he told me no, and he laughed at it. Right before I left him, I never really checked his location and where he would be until I started getting information, and I decided to do like a little check-in just to see if he was lying to me or not, which he was. Look, I got a little visitor. Oh. Fun fact, the dog that just come visited me, it reminds me of the guy that I fell in love here, which I'm definitely going to get into as well because I feel like he's involved in the story. Definitely not in a bad way. I think maybe things were used against him as well, and it was unfair on his end. And again, I will get into that information. I still have a lot of feelings for him, and I mean a lot.